Have you ever wondered why your characters sometimes take more hits than other characters? And have you ever wondered why Ting Yun just decides to take all the damage no matter what you try to do, what kind of characters you have with her? Now, I can't answer that last question for you, but I can tell you how Honkai Star Rail determines if your character is going to get hit in a fight. So, Honkai Star Rail has a hidden stat. So if I go over here, it's not going to show in this list of stats here, but there's a hidden stat that characters have, which is going to be called a Taunt Value. Now, a character's Taunt Value determines the chance of them being hit by an enemy attack. And I think this is so important to know because it's going to help you position your team and also know which characters are going to be taking the most amount of attacks just based on their chances. Now, the reason I brought up Ting Yun earlier is because Ting Yun, contrary to popular belief, does not have the highest taunt value in the game. She actually has a pretty moderate one, but I don't know. I thought it was just me at first that was taking a lot of damage with Ting Yun. When I found out that it was everyone who uses Ting Yun, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's bugged or something. Who knows? But anyway, so the way it works at base is that each different path has a set taunt value. And I'm going to pull up the data bank here so I can go through each of them. And the higher the taunt value, the more likely you are to get attacked on the team. So if we go to characters here, the highest taunt value is Preservation, which is at a taunt value of 150. So they're the most likely to get attacked. Then after that is Destruction. Destruction has a 125 taunt value, which is really good for Clara, just because of the way she works. Then you have the 100 taunt values, which is shared by Harmony, Nihility, and Abundance. So basically all your support classes, buffers, debuffers, they are all going to be at 100. And then the lowest taunt value for base is 75, which is Erudition and the Hunt. So your DPSs are going to have the lowest taunt values, while your shielders are going to have the highest, and then supports and destruction are in the middle there. And then there's also, you might be wondering, there's things that, they increase your chance to be hit. Like, for example, I know Clara's, I believe it's her ultimate. Yeah, she has greatly increased the chances of being attacked by enemies for 2 turns. So typically, I don't have the exact numbers on hand, but I know that things like this that increase the chances of being attacked, they pretty much just, in a basic form, they boost your taunt value up. So Clara would be at 125, her taunt value would go way up, and she would be more likely to be hit. But of course, that doesn't mean that she will always be hit by the enemy, because there still is going to be a small chance. It's going to be much smaller after you use this ultimate, but she will take a lot of the damage, most likely. If you get really unlucky and it attacks the other characters, it just be like that sometimes. But knowing these taunt values is going to be so important, because it's really going to change how you construct your teams, not about which characters you build, because I think the same sort of team building, I guess advice I gave back in my team building video a few weeks back, is still going to be just perfectly fine for this, but it's more so about the way you position your characters in your team. Because since you know about the taunt values now, and you know that, your DPSs are going to have lower taunt values, and your supports and destruction are going to be kind of in the middle, and then your preservation characters will be at the highest taunt values, you want to use that knowledge to your advantage, because one of the biggest things that we have to deal with when it comes to the fighting enemies are attacks that attack a single person and then 2 adjacent allies. So for example here, let's say an enemy attacks Seele. I know Seele would be the lowest taunt value on the team, so it would be the least likely chance. But if the enemy attacks Seele with one of those attacks, that's going to hit Bronya and Well. But because I know that Seele has a lower taunt value, I put her in the middle so that there's more of a likely chance of my higher taunt value characters. I have Bronya and Bailu on the sides. because if someone with one of those attacks where it hits the one character and then both the adjacent characters, if they hit a corner character, there's only one adjacent character. So if you position your characters like this, and there's more of a chance for them to be attacked on, the corner, you're not going to take as much damage because now only one extra character is being hit by that attack rather than two, which I think is so huge, especially if you're running characters like Japard, Clara especially. March 7th also has an increase to the amount of time that she, increase to like her taunt value and stuff like that with her shield, plus her also counter hit. So you can have some interesting combos with that as well. But yeah, like, just knowing that and being able to position your team, it'll help you take less damage in the long run. And like, sure, you can get unlucky, and you could be like many people who run Ting Yun. Even like you can even run Ting Yun like in the corner. Like I'll switch her with Bailu just for this. And like you can run Ting Yun here and be like, oh, okay, she's gonna take damage, so I'll put her there and not worry about the character that's like right here. Like if you have a sub DPS here, for example, you don't want them to take as much damage, you can do this. Ting Yun will probably still get bodied because Ting Yun just takes way too much damage for no reason. And I don't know why. I don't think anyone knows why, to be honest. But yeah, just being able to position your team like this is going to help your survivability in the long run, I feel. And yeah, that is pretty much just the main thing about the taunt values. It's, there's only certain characters that can really affect those, and then I guess like the one outlier is the Fire MC, because the Fire MC, unlike, because characters like, Clara, Japard, March, they increase the chance of being attacked. But with the Fire MC, I'm just going to switch here for a second so I can show it. We go to the Fire MC's skill. The Fire MC is the only playable character right now with an actual taunt. So the fact that they can actually taunt the enemies means that it's not just an increase to the probability of getting hit. If they taunt the enemies, the enemies will attack Fire MC, which is really huge as well. So yeah, that's one of the many things that makes Fire MC really good. But yeah, I am going to end it off there. I hope this was all very helpful for you all. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, all that fun stuff. And with that, I will see you all next time.
Wow.